There's something about real estate photography, one specific thing, that really disappoints me. There is sort of an approach to real estate photography specifically that says that everything needs to be perfect. Even lighting everywhere. Everything needs to be so clinical and precise and lifeless. So like the photos, industrial is the word that comes to mind for me. It's just very, very clean cut. And there's nothing wrong with that, and it makes sense for real estate photography specifically, it does, but it misses one very important thing. Light is one of the most profound and intrinsic ways that the human mind understands the world. It's why photography and video is so good at marketing, because our emotional state is tied to light, it's tied to color. And most real estate photography, basically all of it, throws all of that out the window in favor of just showing what's there in the most accurate way possible. But that is not necessarily what we want. We want people to see our listings and go, wow, something about this feels right. Something about this feels like home, and they can't quite put their finger on it. Now that doesn't mean that they'll buy the house. The home sells itself. But it does make it a hell of a lot more likely that they'll come see it, right? And more importantly, when every other listing looks the same, because the photos are the same, because it's all clinical and they removed all creativity from the process, and it all looks identical, and every house they look at on Zillow or whatever look the same, and yours looks different, yours looks creative, yours carries emotion, think of the value in that. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the way that we do photography for real estate. There's not. It makes sense. It works perfectly well. There's nothing wrong with it. But it could be so much better. Precisely because it's the way it's always been done. That when you break that mold, it puts some creativity in there, it puts some emotion in there, have it carry some emotional weight for the person looking at it. The value in that is enormous. The best cinematographers of all time know that breaking the mold and breaking the rules and knowing how and when to do it, how to make something a little bit dirtier, is what makes it so good. And it's what has the most emotional impact on the viewer. Greg Fraser is my favorite cinematographer, I would argue the best of all time. He did the Batman from, I think, 2022. He went out and bought anamorphic lenses, fancy word for a fancy lens. They cost like $10,000 a piece. He bought them vintage too, so they're even more than that. And then he broke them on purpose. Then he had them repaired by hand. And then they shot the movie on it. Why? Because it's Gotham. Gotham is dirty and grungy and imperfect. And so when you have these barely visible minor imperfections all over the lens that translate, of course, to the screen, and you don't notice it consciously, but the audience feels like they're in this kind of grungy, broken environment. And it's why Greg Fraser's version of Gotham is one of the most compelling that we've seen in a very long time. Because he knew when to break the rules. He knew when to be creative. He knew when to spice things up, when to break the mold and be different, when everyone thought he was insane. I think we need to learn how to bring some of those practices into real estate media, because it's all stale, it's all the same, it's all lifeless. And even though it all works, if we can spice things up a little bit and have some more emotional impact on the viewer, your booking rates are gonna go up. They just are, because you stand out and more people are gonna go see the home, and now the home has a chance to sell itself to the right buyer.